Well, we have our next guest coming up. I'm very, very excited. I actually was able to meet her back in March at Arlington for the American, where she won the breakaway roping, 100K. It was very, very exciting. Please welcome Sarah Angelone. Welcome, welcome. Well, Sarah, we haven't got to see each other since you were able to win the American. And in the interview, I know you mentioned that it doesn't even feel real yet. I mean, does it feel real now?
It took about a week to feel real, to be honest.
I mean, what was going through your head backing into the box there, that final calf?
Honestly, I just try not to think about anything, because when you start thinking about stuff, I feel like it goes south. But I was a little nervous, not going to lie.
Well, we actually have the video from the American. You can kind of just bring us back to that moment, because I'm sure you play that in your head a lot. It's a pretty cool moment.
Yes, ma'am.
When your horse stops so incredibly fast, I feel like half the time I see you where she's already stopping before you even get your slack. I mean, she's breaking it off for you.
Yes, ma'am. She definitely likes to stop, that's for sure.
And where'd you get her? I mean, where's she come from? And
she actually came from Jared Lesh. He is penning and sorting in Whitesboro, Texas, and I bought her as a 5-year-old, and I trained her. I actually bought her to sell her, which I buy all of them, sell them, don't end up selling most of them. But yeah, she's been great, but she's an absolute dragon to deal with. So I'm glad she's good. I'll put up with it.
In what ways? In what way? Like Tyler, he was just on the show a little bit ago. Is it kind of like that? Just a diva?
If she has separation anxiety, she neighs. Nobody will ever lose me in a rodeo when I'm by myself, because my horse will be neighing the whole time, and she kicks the trailer. She's honestly a pain to deal with, but I feel like most of the good ones are. So.
They really are. But if they work in the arena, it doesn't matter, right?
Yes,
they can pretty much get away with anything outside.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've done pretty well at Cheyenne. I mean, you know, no. But you've done amazing here at Cheyenne this week.
You.
I mean, how's it been going, and what do you have to do to kind of prepare for the setup? Because it is different.
Honestly, you know, here I just really think about scoring and riding my horse and roping the neck instead of trying to be, you know, too flat, because obviously that's not going to be the case here. But
right.
Just staying behind the barrier mainly here, you know.
Yeah, it's a pretty incredible run, 3-8. And I mean, what's the game plan coming into the next one? I mean, do you need to really adjust at all as you move, you know, semifinals and championship Sunday?
Well, I believe they take more today, so I'm kind of towards the end, so that's an advantage. You know, I'll kind of get to see what I have to be, you know, the cut or whatever, but I'm just going to try to stay behind the barrier and be as fast as I can on the calf I draw.
Absolutely. So I think it's pretty cool. So you're from Virginia originally.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, so how did you, I mean, now you live in Texas, of course, but I mean, were you over there in Virginia rodeoing and then decided to come to Texas?
Yeah, we didn't grow up in a rodeo family. You know, my dad decided he wanted to rope when he was 40 years old, and we had no horses, no nothing. My mom was like, we've raised dogs for a living. We don't do anything with horses. And, you know, he learned and he taught my sister and I. And Martha's 4 years older than me, and she came out to school before I did. So I always knew I wanted to end up in Texas and, you know, go to rodeo school. And then it's a place to be if you want to rodeo full time. So
I mean, and why breakaway too? I mean, because you could team rope. I know you team rope a little bit too, though.
Yes, ma'am. I love team roping. I wish I had more time to do it, but I think breakaway is just taking off so much. You know, rodeos, futurities, jackpots, and there's so many opportunities and so much money for us to win now. So I just love it.
I mean, so you mentioned too that you really do enjoy the futurities. Do you think you'll probably move away from the pro rodeo circuit and lean more into futurities in the future, or do you think you're going to try to do both?
I can't get away from the rodeos, even though I'd like to. I do have a lot of futurity horses sitting at home, so it is hard for me to be gone, but I do want to make the finals too. So it's hard to balance both of them, but I was actually at a futurity yesterday. So I'm trying to make it all work, but it is difficult.
So you're balancing. You're probably not sleeping, but you're getting them both done.
Yeah, not sleeping, but yes, balancing.
Yeah, that's all right. So you had your first NFBR last year,
Yes,
which is pretty amazing because you really dominated like as if it would have been your 10th time there. I mean, what did you have to do to kind of mentally prepare to go into the South Point?
You know, I knew going in I didn't have a chance at winning the world, because of, you know, our payout's different than everybody else's, but I just wanted to have fun and, you know, try to win as many rounds as I could. My goal was to win the average the first day, and I think I missed 1 or 2 calves, and I was like, the second day I just kind of balled out and let it all hang out and won a couple rounds, so that was cool.
So do you think you should just be doing that all the time, just letting it all hang out? I mean, when do you need to safety up and when do you need to go for it? Does it just depend on the day?
I can't even think about all that because, like I said, if you think about it too much, it's probably not going to go good. But, you know, I think, like here, just stay behind the barrier. It's not a rodeo. You got to be fast. Other rodeos, you got to be fast. You got to let it hang out. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we cannot wait to watch you. Good luck for
Thank
the rest
you.
of the week. I'm sure we'll see you on Championship Sunday. Everyone, Sarah Angelone, professional breakaway roper. Thank you so much, Sarah.